Happy Monday. We are into, what is this, week 6 of market prep before my show season starts. Although for anyone who's actually watched, my show season already started. Surprise, surprise. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Claire. I'm a crochet artist here in mid-Michigan, and I am trying to make as much inventory as I can before I get heavy into market season. So feel free to follow along. Okay, so this week I have some things to tell you. So before I do that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to follow along. I'm finishing out this series here in a couple weeks when I start my market season in earnest with my first official show, May 16th. My actual first official show was a couple of weeks ago, and I do have the market recap posted as part of this series, so you can go back and watch that. That was posted last week. But I didn't know I was getting into that show until just a few weeks beforehand. So the show season that I had scheduled when I started this whole series started May 16th instead of April 24th. That being said, I'm really happy I got into that other show. I had a great time at it. And if you watch the video, you can hear most of my review for that. So when I got home from that show, I thought, okay, now I need to start market prepping in earnest. But what I forgot to take into account is that shows are exhausting, and having to work 5 days, then have a 3-day craft show, not get any time off, and then immediately work 5 more days to get 2 days off, it took a toll on me. So I didn't get as much stuff done last week as I wanted to, but I was productive. But after I brought everything in the house from the craft show, I pretty much got nothing else done for the entire next 2 days. I did reorganize all of my stuff. I got everything put back into airtight bins and everything just kind of reorganized. But then, jumping right back into work, I didn't get much done. But last week, I had a commission that was due, so I finished that. I will put a picture right here. This is the B2B pattern, or Beta B, I'm not really sure. For a sleeping goose. And this is actually for a friend who is attending a baby shower for one of their friends, and they wanted to put a crocheted animal in there. And this thing is huge. It's like this big. He's a fat goose. Anyway, I've made one before, so I didn't mind doing that pattern again. And that took up a decent amount of time last week. I think I probably spent 3.5 to 4 hours on it. So that took some time out of market prep. I did also work quite a bit last week, so that took a lot of time. But now I'm getting back into the swing of things, and the lighting down here makes me look like a ghost. I promise I'm not actually sick. My allergies are acting up a little bit, but I am just naturally very pale. So after seeing how my last market went, and realizing that my $6 bin is just really lacking in variety. My $6 bin has little toads, and then mini stingrays and mini whales, and that's it. I don't have any other small items. So I went on the hunt for some new items that would be quick makes, small, like less than the size of my fist, to put in my $6 bin. And anyone who follows me on Instagram has already seen this, but I have been making little fish. Now, it's a goldfish pattern, but a fish is a fish, in my opinion, so I've been making them in all sorts of different colors. And that has been the majority of what I have worked on this week. So I also got some other things done. So let me show you. I am completely sold out of tarantulas right now. So before my next show, they are a priority. So I have a tarantula done. This is also a B2B, Beta B pattern. And I love this pattern. They're easy workup. They are no-sew. So yeah, I love them. Okay, so I'm doing laundry, and I am hoping that the sound is working over that because I can't stop my washing machine. Anyway, so for last week, I got that tarantula done, and then I've been working on the goldfish. And like I said, I didn't have a ton of time last week. I was just exhausted after work. But these little goldfish, I have 16 of them that I got done this week, and these have their eyes in, they are stuffed and sewn, they're good to go. And then, is it 2 nights ago? Yeah, Saturday night. I decided to try another pattern as well. Same pattern creator, same pattern pack. The pattern is some of the little critters from Poggy's Place. And I have been working on little like angelfish. And her pattern calls for a stripe down the center, but I'm using multicolored yarn. And so I thought the multicolor on its own kind of made them look really cool. So anyway, I also got 3 of these done. And that's it as far as finished product for this last week. However, I have been working on another one, but I can't count it because it's not even close to done. But I have been working on another Red Mills Crochet dragon because mine sold at the last show and I don't have any more of them to put out. So I'm working on one right now. This one is a color changing yarn, and I have all of the body pieces for it. So at this point I have to stuff it, I have to put eyes in, I have to sew it, and then I still have to do the horns and the wings and the fur. So I've probably got about 2 hours worth of work, maybe 2.5 left on this. So yeah, I can't count it for last week, but I do want to show you I am working towards my inventory goals. I'm just not doing it very quickly. But yeah, so my Winnie the Dragon from Red Mills Crochet is like halfway done, maybe a little over half. So this will be going on next week's inventory list when I actually have it finished. However, if you saw last week, I didn't really include anything in inventory because last week I was mostly just stuffing and sewing, like doing all the little finishing work, getting my craft room cleaned up a bit, and then packing for my show and then having my show. So I really didn't get much done. So we're just not even including it in inventory right now because I don't remember what I did. I think maybe I did 1 chunky cat and I did 1 tarantula maybe, but we're just not counting it. So we're going off of 2 weeks ago what my inventory was, which was $6,714. This week I added my 3 angelfish and my 16 goldfish for my $6 bin. And those are $6 a piece. And then 1 tarantula, which I sell for $25, which gives me a grand total for last week of finished product of $139. That might be my worst week so far. But that does bring my total inventory up to $6,853, which means that I'm getting really close to $8,000, which means I'm getting really close to $10,000, which is halfway to where my market prep was supposed to be right now. But, you know, it's fine. As long as I can just keep making stuff and keep things stocked for shows, that's really the goal at this point, is just to make as much as possible. And if what's possible for this week was only $139 and a halfway done dragon, then so be it. So yeah, next week, priority before my show is getting more tarantulas done and more axolotls done and getting more $6 bin items done. My next show, I'm not anticipating to be like a massively successful show. I'm hoping that I'll make about $400, maybe $5 if I'm lucky. And that's that. So I'm not super worried about my next show. I have enough inventory for that, but I have other shows coming up and they are coming up very fast and they are big shows. So I need a lot more inventory for those. And that's what I'm going to be working on this upcoming week. So, like I said before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm since I'm only getting like 33 views on my videos, and help me out, help me get some more reach. We are almost at 500 subscribers, so go ahead and add to that. Let's see if we can hit 500 this week, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.